Welcome back to Witcher 2. I've just left Flotsam in search of Cedric. He was seen leaving Flotsam badly injured and he left a trail of blood. My cat potion has just run out, so I'm going to drink another one here. I was waylaid by the elves and they came out and attacked me from the bushes. Let's drink another cat potion. I managed to deal with them. I've got 6 cat potions. I don't know why I've got so many of them. Maybe I found them in the chests along the way. That actually restored my health quite a bit, just that little bit of meditation there. So hopefully I'll be able to see where the blood spots are. Oh, there we go. Easy, they're easy to spot. But now I don't know where I am and which way I'm supposed to be going. I guess I'll be heading away from Flotsam. This way. Just going around in circles, I think. Oh no, I'm back in Flotsam again. Okay, so I've gone the wrong way. Right, so I will head this way, away from Flotsam, to the south. I think that's something I can pick up here. Oh no, that's a speck of blood. Okay, which way? Oh, this way. It looks like there's getting more and more blood here. It's getting worse. Oh, we go off in 2 directions. Must be this way here.
A human. Gotta go back, find that trail again.
Oh, drats. Okay, there's someone else who's been injured. Alright. Oh, another trap. Oh, here we go. Maybe this way. Right. Oh, there's a few different paths, aren't there? This way? Going around in circles. No, this leads... Oh, this is so confusing. Even with the cat potion, this is so confusing. I think this leads back. Oh, is there another path out, maybe? There's nothing here. That's just a little dead end there. There is some blood. Okay. This way.
He's bleeding heavily. I need to find him quick.
Okay, this looks like it's the path leading towards Cedric here.
He's slowed down, getting weaker. He can't be far.
Oh, here we go. Cedric.
The Scoia'tael are frustrated. This guy won't help me find Cedric.
Oh, man. Okay, this way here.
Kedmill, Gwynblade. I no longer feel the pain. Always wanted to die among trees.
Cedric, what happened?
Triss asked me for help. I killed the Dwarven guarding the door, and we broke in. Again, I killed a Dwarven.
I know. Where's Triss?
A Witcher came in, attacked us. I tried to protect Triss. He was fast. Too fast for me. He hit Triss before she could cast a spell. He knew how to fight a sorceress. Then he ordered her to activate the megascope. He needed to get to Edirn, near the dwarven town of Bergen. Triss said it was madness, that she didn't have the coordinates. He gave her a strange look, threatening. Better give it your best. You're going first, with me right behind you. Then I passed out. When I woke, they were gone. I knew I was dying. The forest called me.
Why, Cedric? Why did you get involved?
Why did you? Sometimes we must. Have I told you about my visions? That's why I drink. It helps. I'm safe in a mist of vodka. See nothing, feel nothing.
Cedric, calm down.
But now I see clearly. You need to regain your memory. Only then will you understand who's killing Crowned Dwan. And why.
How can I get it back?
In Edirn. In a place tainted with dark magic. Where ghosts of the fallen will fight a great battle. Save their souls, and your memory will return. What's happening? The forest. I feel a presence.
They come to bid you farewell.
My forest. Farfael, Gwynblade. Farewell.
Geralt, where have you been?
The Kingslayer, damn it. I almost had him.
He fled.
Teleported to Edirn.
What? How?
He forced Triss to cast the spell.
Shit.
Roach sent me to find you. We're setting off. He's learned something new.
The Scoia'tael are also up to something big.
What's Roach planning?
He went off on Laredo, so it must concern the Commandant. It's something important.
What do you know about the Scoia'tael, Zoltan?
They want to free Yorveth and the other prisoners. Your help will be crucial.
When did you join the Scoia'tael, Zoltan?
It's not like that. They're taking the prisoners to Drakenberg. A special prison for non-humans. Bloody monument to human hatred. The Scoia'tael don't trust you. Nor me, for that matter. But you can change that.
Oh man. Whose side am I going to choose? I punched Yorveth and that allowed Roach to capture him. Now the Scoia'tael want to rescue him. But Roach is also going after Laredo. The thing is, I don't really trust Yorveth. He's tried to kill me a number of times and he hasn't really given me a reason to trust him yet, although the message from Taylor, who featured a lot in the first Witcher game, said to trust Roach. So anyway, maybe I'll have a chance to talk to both of them.
I'll talk to them. Maybe Roach or the Scoia'tael can finally be useful.
Talk to Vernon Roach in his quarters. I guess Yorveth is on the prison barge. Let's take a quick look at the journal and just see what's going on. At a crossroads, Vernon Roach. Have I mentioned Geralt is not good at taking decisions? He's all about lunging forward without thought. Not minding the dangers, not caring for the consequences. In truth, he's unequalled at that. He is thoughtful enough, however, to consult his friends in the most important cases. After the Kingslayer's escape, we had a serious talk. And though the final decision was his, I think I managed to explain a few things to him. To find Triss, Geralt had to ask Vernon Roach or Yorveth for help. Cooperating with one excluded good relations with the other. Geralt went to make his choice, but did he choose Roach? Geralt was on a crossroads. He had to save Triss Merigold, yet he was incapable of handling this problem alone. The Witcher needed backup, a fact he knew all too well. After our discussion, it turned out he can ask either Vernon Roach or Yorveth. Cooperation with the Squirrels excluded good relations with the Temerians, and on top of that, Yorveth had to be freed from a floating prison first. Geralt went to make his choice, but did he choose the Scoia'tael? Okay. So Triss was preparing a potion so that Geralt could regain his memory, but she was kidnapped. There's a few other people that we've heard about. A lot of these names I'm not really all that familiar with. I know Gansel is the bookseller. If Lobendon's non-humans had been organised as a community, the dwarf Aino Gausel would have been the closest thing to its leader. Though the Scoia'tael considered him a collaborator on a human leash, Aino tried to represent the non-human minority as best as he could, even if that meant mediating between its members and the commandant. Furthermore, he ran something akin to a bookshop. Given its location in what was a complete backwater, his selection of titles was quite impressive. We've got Cedric here. Heroism sometimes exacts the highest price. When Triss's life was in danger, the elf did not hesitate to defend her and was wounded mortally. As it turned out, thus Cedric died, though his sacrifice was not in vain. There's Melina. She tried to ambush me. Now, there was... who was it? Philip. Let's have a look at the main characters down here. Vernon Roach. And we have Yorveth here as well. He has a deep hatred of Dwan. In the eyes of some people like Laredo or Roach, Yorveth was a common criminal, his hands stained by the blood of innocents. Indeed, the list of those he had cut down in his fight for freedom could easily rival the number of ballads, romances, and ditties in my repertoire. The elf was certainly a dangerous individual. He was not, however, a bloodthirsty monster. Ever cautious and aware of the game he was playing, he jumped at the chance of testing Letho's loyalty, becoming Geralt's ally, at least temporarily. We can safely assume that Yorveth long remembered both the wallop Geralt gave him and the witch's sudden turn, though the elf's pride probably hurt a lot more than his head. Zoltan may not be happy if I side with Roach. Now, where's Philip? There's Deathmold. Now, Triss was speaking with Deathmold through the apparatus. Apart from a few chance encounters at official banquets, Geralt had the occasion to meet and speak more extensively with this sorcerer on Thaned Island during the Bloody Coup, when all manner of mages jumped at each other's throats and their council and conclave ceased to exist. Deathmold and his brother Drithelm, both in the service of King Esterad of Kovir at the time, attempted to remain neutral as events unfolded, to no avail. However, as those who had allied themselves with Nilfgaard thought nothing of the impartiality of others, and many mages simply perished, brought down in fanciful ways by their colleagues' spells or pierced by the arrows of the Scoia'tael summoned to the island by the plotters. Drithelm met just such a fate, while Deathmold saved himself by fleeing. Deathmold then filed the opening for a sorcerer advisor at the court of King Henselt of Cadwyn, and proceeded to place all of his abilities at the monarch's disposal. So he is a sorcerer. Philippa Aelhart. This was hardly the first time Geralt and I encountered Philippa Aelhart, jewel of the court at Tretogor, and once the trusted sorceress of King Vizimir II. Philippa was one of the most talented mages of those times. Only a handful ever mastered the art of polymorphy. Her intellect and the influence she held at the Redanian court were not to be underestimated. Proud, independent, and extremely beautiful, as graceful in a fanciful yet elegant dress as in a man's travelling outfit, she was beyond any doubt one of the most attractive women I've ever known. Yet I would not count Philippa among the most pleasant of females, despite her indisputable, though chilly charm. Her gaze alone was enough to make the most confident men shudder, and the mere thought of spending a night with her would make their flesh creep. Well, I'm sure Geralt would like to spend a night with her, if he could. Now, there's the other two Kingslayers as well, Orcs and Henselt. When he first heard Orc's name, the Witcher had no idea who this was. He did not have the slightest inkling of the role this individual would play in our story. And I have no idea either. Seret, it was the other Kingslayer. Seret and Orcs are Kingslayers along with Letho. Sometimes a person's name sinks into memory and brings fear to one's heart at its first mention. Who was the mysterious Seret? What goals drove him and what role would he play? Geralt had yet to learn all of this. And then there's King Henselt as well. The Witcher once said that in his life he had met thieves who resembled city councillors, councillors who were like begging louts, harlots who behaved like princesses, princesses who smelled like pregnant cows, and kings who looked like thieves. King Henselt did not look exactly like a thief, but with all due respect, he was not far off. He owed this resemblance only partly to his bearded countenance, beady eyes, and wandering yet penetrating gaze. His annexation of Lormark, called Upper Eden by its natives, at a time when Eden was fighting off the Nilfgaardian horde at its southern border, was also considered a theft. The now-dead King Damavend judged this deed severely and communicated this in curt yet resonant words. Yet that was not the sole reason for King Henselt's reputation as an unpleasant person, much bolstered by the monarch's ambitions and quarrels with his neighbours, and by his ruthless policies towards non-humans whom he persecuted with a passion, squandering his realm's strength and funds. The aging Henselt did not have a living heir, and the rumour was that he had found producing another son somewhat troublesome, which is why he's contacted Philippa, possibly to use some kind of sorcery so that Henselt can father a child. I guess we're going to meet them at the future. Now, sometime in the future, I'm sure Geralt will come across both of those characters. If I go to visit Yorveth, I need to meet Zoltan in the Elven Ruins. I don't want to lose Zoltan as a friend. If I go with Roach, I hope Zoltan will still be there and not think too badly about it. I just think following Yorveth is going to lead to more chaos than it's worth. So I will speak to Roach first. I'm not sure if I'll get a chance to speak with both of them. Vernon Roach in his quarters. Where's the gate? Yeah, there should be one fairly close, I think. Where? Oh, here we go. Have to go through Lobendon first. There's no more Cedric. So I'm sorry about that, fellas. I will change... Oh, hang on a minute. I should be able to change the... Oops, wrong button there. The Kayran trap. A Zeracanian sun. Do I have any more bombs that I Can use instead the dancing star. Explodes with fire. I don't really need these traps here, so I will... Oh, the snare. Actually does quite a lot of damage, the snare. The K-Ran trap, I don't need that one anymore. Let's get rid of that. And I'll place some bombs here instead. The grape shot bomb wounds all within range. We've got the Zaracanian sun, which blinds and freezes. The dancing star. Incineration. I'll just use the grape shot for now. That's what I used to destroy the Necker nests earlier in this chapter. So I don't think I've been to Vernon's quarters. There's still a bit of a party going on here.
Make way for the town watch!
Everyone's happy that Yorveth has been captured. This little cat. Did I miss Vernon's quarters? I've never been up here.
Vernon's waiting inside.
It's right next to the inn. There's so much in this game, it's easy to miss even some things which are pretty major, but let's go and have a look. Vess, there's Roach. Minute Mick.
Geralt.
Hello. Key is required. Let's go and grab this leather here as well. Okay, looks like there's a few characters in here. Minute Mick.
Morning, damn it. Peasant homes always make a good bonfire.
We've got Vess here as well.
Nice area, isn't it?
I prefer these little towns, forgotten by gods and people alike, to palaces and castles. It's survival of the fittest here. At least you know what to expect. So yes, I like it here.
How did you end up in the Blue Stripes?
Why do you ask?
You're too cute for a soldier? Sure.
Well, you're a beautiful girl and...
So what? I'm not a nobleman's or merchant's daughter. All right. I may have the looks, but with my background, the best I could hope for was to be a maid in some roadside inn, or to work at a brothel not unlike the local one, using my sweet lips to give blowjobs for a handful of coppers. So I'll stick to slitting elven throats, thank you.
Definitely the better choice if you look at it that way. They say you're good at it.
Right you are. I'm a soldier because I do it well.
Ever dreamed of a different life?
Finch, our marksman, once tried farming, but he just didn't have the hands for it.
Bet he'd get me right between the eyes from 80 paces off.
100. I've tried cooking, darning, smiling like a doll, serving beer in a tavern. None of my thing.
The man we're looking for is much more dangerous than any Scoia'tael.
Must be, if he managed to outwit Geralt of Rivia.
It wasn't the first time someone tried to kill Foltest. I killed an assassin before. That means there could be more assassins out there.
If anyone screws up, it won't be me, I assure you.
Okay. Let's speak with Roach. I will save the game first. And see what the plan is.
How did it go? Did you get him?
The Kingslayer fled to Vergen in Edirn. He forced Triss to teleport them both.
Damn, he's made a mockery of us. If that's how he wants to play, I'll make him regret it.
I heard you have news for me.
Laredo has a deal with Kedwin. That merchant living in his house is Henselt's agent. For a pouch of gold, the good commandant promised to support Kedweni troops in the event of a conflict.
So what now?
I want that spy, to squeeze him for information. And I've sentenced Commandant Laredo to death.
Roach, we have to sail. We need to get to Edirn.
I'm not leaving until I deal with Laredo. The spy may know something about the Kingslayers. I wouldn't be surprised if Henselt of Kedwin was behind all this.
Am I ready for this? I guess I could go and talk to Zoltan as well. He will want to free Yorveth. I think I'm going to go with Roach and deal with Laredo. And hopefully I can make it up to Zoltan in the future. Let's do it.
All right, let's deal with this spy.
Listen very carefully. I'm not repeating this. We have 2 targets. The first is a Kedweni spy, Arnold Malaga. I want him alive. The other is Bernard Laredo, the trading post commander and a traitor to Temeria. We don't let his kind live. Arnold almost never leaves the residence, so we need to strike there. To get inside, we'll use Vess's unusual talents and Bernard's habits.
Stop calling him by his first name. It really rubs me the wrong way.
Whatever you wish. Laredo's house. The first floor contains guest quarters. Geralt had the opportunity to take a look. Regular patrols. Second floor, Laredo's bodyguards' quarters. They think they're the toughest warriors this side of the Yaruga, but really they're lame drowners dressed in colorful gambesons. Third floor, the Lion's Den. Here Laredo stores plundered valuables. It's where he sleeps, shits, and wanks off while staring at the statuette of a she-elf. Only the following are allowed to enter. Arnold Malaga, Laredo's mother, his cousin, and whores.
I'm not sure I still have that frog.
After making his round of the trading post, Laredo always orders 2 ladies. Vess will act as one of them. The house is a bloody fortress, but Laredo had it enlarged. The Witcher will enter through the extension. Vess will open a window for you. Once in, you'll have to improvise, Geralt, but you'll have the element of surprise. Vess can hold her own, too. Zenon and Rickard will cover you from vantage points. If things get hot, lure those horsens near the windows. I'll be in the courtyard with the rest, ready to enter in the extreme. I repeat, in the extreme. That's all. Any questions? No? Let's get it.
Okay, we're going to take down Laredo. Death to the traitor. Wait in the alley at the back of Laredo's mansion.